YouTube, boys and girls, it is a pleasure to come to you guys today with this video. We are just going to be talking about solely how to start trading as a very beginner. All the things that I wish I were taught and that I knew when I started out is what we're going to be going over. So take some notes, screenshot this next explanation that I'm going to give to you guys. So that being said, let's get into this video. Step by step. First, how to start trading as a very beginner. The very first step that I wish I had taken a lot sooner than I did, erase all your prior knowledge that you think you know about trading. I know you're going to be on Instagram, you're going to be on TikTok, you're going to be on YouTube, you're going to be on all these other platforms that are spewing a bunch of bullshit to you. Some people are saying, what trading is, what it really is, what it kind of is, what it isn't. You're getting so many different opinions on something that, most people don't really know much about. And you know, very beginner to this entire section of, of a career, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And I didn't either. Completely honest. Had no idea what I was getting myself into. Knew that I, wanted to give it a shot, and I loved it. I ended up loving it from there. Still love it to this day. Erase everything that you thought you knew. Everything. Whether you thought it was, get rich quick, easy scheme, whether you think trading was just a complete scam, whether you think, it's just easy, whether you think, whatever you thought before this video right now, erase it from your mind. Pretend like it was never there. You don't know anything. Come here to this video like you know absolutely nothing about trading whatsoever. That is going to set you up for multiple counts of success. You're going to be able to consume knowledge a lot faster than if you came in here with, opinions and really just opinions on what you think you know about trading. It's going to hold you back in the long run. I promise you. I went through the same mistake. All the stuff that I'm going to be telling you guys today is stuff that I wish that I, didn't have to go through but did. So erasing all of your knowledge that you thought you knew about trading, step one. Step two of step one, accept that it will not happen fast whatsoever. Accept that, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. I figured that out the hard way, obviously. Everyone coming into this space, everyone's driven here by the money. I mean, who doesn't love money in this world? You're lying to yourself if you're gonna sit here and say that you don't want money, you don't want financial freedom, you don't want this stuff in your life. Money, in some cases, money doesn't buy happiness. In a lot, it does. In a lot of cases in your life, money will buy happiness. It will buy you freedom. It will get rid of many problems that you wouldn't have if you didn't have money. So go ahead and think of it that way. That's how I've always thought about it. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, screw them. Okay, I'm at the point where no one can change my mindset of how I think about these things because I'm so far along in this journey. All the psychology books I've read, all the videos I've watched, everything that's gone into this has just shaped my mind into, everything that I start now. Erase everything that you thought you knew about what you're starting out now, and accept that, whatever you did start, for example, in this video, trading, which is the whole basis of this video, is that it's not going to happen fast. Good things will take time in your life if you just give them the chance to blossom. Okay, so give it the light of day, give it your time, give it your effort, and accept that it's not going to happen in a week, a month, half a year, not even a year. I've been doing this for about a year and a half now, so and I'm nowhere even near the profitable financial freedom stage. So that's just to put that into perspective. And I went through hours a day back testing, which is what everyone, obviously, it's not like I went through that. You need to do this stuff. This is the stuff you need to do to grow. and progress in your journey. Step 2 of step 1, as y'all can see here, boom. Technically, this is optional. Was it optional for me? No, not even close. Um, I'm gonna say it, nice and blunt to you guys. Deleting, apps like TikTok and Instagram was the best thing that I ever did. Um, Whether that was, when I was back testing, I would get sidetracked, notifications going off from either one of these apps. It would ruin my flow state and when I was doing my work. When I did have time to scroll on these apps, like I said, there's plenty of people on these apps spewing a bunch of nonsense, spewing stuff that they don't know exactly everything about, saying trading is a scam, saying it works, saying it doesn't work, saying you're wasting your time. Um, so the best course of action is to block all of those opinions out, and I mean the only way you could do that is deleting the apps. After you delete the apps, you won't have to listen to anyone else's opinions about any of that stuff, unless you're documenting your journey, constantly posting. Even now, I'm only on YouTube. I'm focusing solely on YouTube, creating a community on YouTube. I don't have TikTok or Instagram. Um, and I'm at the point where I don't even want it right now, still. And I'm still on my journey, documenting everything. So, deleting these apps was the best thing I ever did. So just take that for what it is. It's gonna be hard, but if you want this bad enough, you will do it. So, step 2. Finally, with a clear mind, you can now start exploring. What do I mean by this? You can now start exploring because as of right now, you don't know shit. You don't know anything. You just erased your entire mind of what you thought you knew about this entire space. Okay? So, now with your clear and open mind, you have so much room for growth. For growth, you're like a little seed right now. You know, everything that you start learning, drops of water, boom, boom, boom. You're creating your little root system down below in the dirt. You know, what are you getting ready to do? To sprout out of the ground and grow into whatever seed you are. Okay, hopefully it's a big, chunky, fat tree. Okay, because that's what I want to be. Boom. Third step, videos. You need to be consuming knowledge like no other. The best course of action you can do here in this scenario is pick one. You can search around for a bit. Pick one person, one channel, and stick with them. Do not go bouncing around from people to people. Everyone's gonna have their different strategy and different opinions when it comes to trading. Why do you think people lose so much and win so much? I mean, there's gonna be people going long or short in the market every single day. No one in the entire world will ever have the same positions every single day. There's gonna be someone going short, someone going long. Okay, so sticking to one person, watching their content, consuming their knowledge that they're giving out to you guys is the best course of action you guys could ever take. Okay, I wish I did that a lot sooner. But find that one person on YouTube. Consume their free knowledge. Obviously, YouTube videos are free, so that is the first step that you're going to want to do. Consuming knowledge like no other. YouTube videos every single day. Learn as much as you can for free about YouTube. Well, not about YouTube, about trading through that person's YouTube channel. Okay, so whatever they put out, you're gonna be writing down on a piece of paper, on a Google Doc, whatever you want to do, whatever you need to do to take notes. You need to be doing that. So find that one person on YouTube, stick with them, and just mold into what they want to become. Because obviously these people creating these YouTube videos want more out of life than just the average life. That's why we do this. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, so part 1 of step 3, part 2 of step 3. This is where money is involved. Books, obviously, whether it's online or a physical book, books are a very good resource that you guys can use mainly for psychology reasons. Psychology, once again, you guys are not going to understand this now if you guys are solely beginners, because I had no idea that it would matter this much in my future, as I thought I would have in the past. Okay, So psychology, you can read psychology books all day long. I'm currently reading two of them right now. I've been reading books since like um, a couple months in. I started reading books, trading books, whether it's on informational trading systems, strategy, confluences, um, or psychology. That is the next step after videos. Videos are free, books cost a little money, and then on to our third part of the third step, paid mentorships. Look, I don't give a fuck, excuse my language, what anyone has to say about paid mentorships, whether they are scams or not. You decide whether, your paid mentorship is a scam or not. You know, there are definitely people out there that are doing it for the wrong reasons, and there are definitely people out there that are doing it for the right reasons. That is up to you, like I said, to find your one person. If they are running a paid mentorship or some sort of, class, you need to be in there every single day that you can. Um, Back when I went through all of these steps. This is why I'm laying them out to you guys like a layup. Okay. First, I watched hours of YouTube videos every day, um, months on end. I don't even remember how long they were. I basically have written an entire book about every trading confluence, everything that I knew about trading that I know now. Sadly, the book is back at my house, back home, and I do not have it right now. But that's for a future video. That's gonna be a great video. But um, next, I started buying books. Started buying books with the money that I had. Um, because knowledge, you can't. I mean, you can pay for knowledge, but it's up to you to want to actually learn this stuff. You know, what's the point of you paying for a book if you know damn well you're not actually gonna read it? You need to pick um the right stuff. If you guys want, I will make another video. Just leave comments down below if you guys make it this far in this video. And I believe, the books that I read in the comments that I really believe would help you guys a billion percent. Um, third part, obviously, paid mentorships. I do not run one right now. I would love to. Love to. I don't care what anyone says. I would love to run a paid mentorship sometime in the near future. Obviously, when I am very successful and I feel content with myself to share my success with you guys. I don't want to hear too expensive this and that. I spent almost $4,000 with mentorships when I was working at Fresh Kitchen. Some of them do bi-weekly payments, monthly payments, this and that. I did not pay everything up front. I didn't have the money at the time, but I spent almost $4,000 paying for paid mentorships before I ever even touched the charts. Well, I had touched the charts. I was doing demo trading, but before I ever spent any actual money on trading, um, I think it was worth every single penny. It moved my journey along 10 times faster than I could have ever made it move by myself. So you decide to yourself whether that paid mentorship is a scam or not. You are paying for knowledge from someone who's already successful. The only way this could ever be a scam is if that person is not successful and they are not who they say they are. Okay, so that is up to you to do the due diligence to figure out who this person is, whether they are the real thing, and they're actually going to get you further along in your journey than you can yourself right now alone. Okay. Step 4. Okay, fellas, at least 2 months of chart exploration / confluence and trading study. What do I mean by this? Okay, so after you are now, watching videos, reading books, in a paid mentorship, getting help from people. I do not mean outside people. I mean people in the trading space. Okay, and your mentorship that are all under the same strategy, same person, same higher up, basically. That are all learning the same stuff. Okay, so you guys can all learn together. That's the good thing about the mentorship. But you need to be able to know the inside and out of the charts. How do they work? Why do they move the way they do? Why some days are you bullish? Why are you bearish? Why figure out the whys, all of the whys you have for the charts. Okay, I'm talking about settings. I know pretty much where everything is on the charts that I need, so I'm not freaking out whenever I need to do something on the charts. Figure out the settings, figure out your account, update your account to the real time data. I didn't even know what that was when I first started. Obviously, because I was a very beginner. Okay. Do your research. And now that you're in the paid mentorship, I'm assuming you guys are, you know, learning with someone or learning from something, videos, books, whatever. You know, people will be able to answer your whys. And I am also a person that can answer your guys' questions that you have about anything chart, Confluence related. So, and I mean, I'll do it for free because I don't run a paid mentorship right now, but I would love to do one in the future. So yeah, 2 months of chart study. You know, as you look on the charts, look for confluences, figure out what confluences you need to figure out. How do they work? 2 months, 60 days, every single day. I don't mean every other day. Every single day that you wake up, not for the whole day, obviously, but you're gonna dedicate some hours every single day to figuring out how this shit works. How does it work? Okay. Step 5. 3 months of profitable demo trading. Demo account, the simplest thing in the world. You open a demo account on TradingView. It's fake money. You trade with that fake money. You lose money. You make money. That's up to you. Whether you did the correct research and everything while in your growing process, in your growing phase, when you had an open mind. Okay. It's a lot of talking, boys. But, the 3 months of demo profitability, you're not losing a damn thing. You're not losing a thing. The only thing you've paid for at this moment is a book or a paid mentorship. And that's if you pay for that. You could just be, watching free videos on YouTube. Obviously, just do it on TradingView. Set it to a $50,000 account, because the first thing that you will do once you try funded is probably going to be a $50K funded. 1,000. So that's for later steps. But 3 months, each month, you don't have to be profitable from week to week. You have to look at trading in the bigger picture, guys. Month to month to month, those 3 months, be profitable. Okay, if you cannot show yourself that you are profitable, then you don't know what you're doing. You need to go back, and before you put money on the table and start losing everything, you need to prove to yourself that this is, that you know what you're doing. Me, myself, I started throwing my money in early. All the money that I ever saved from working at Fresh Kitchen was pretty much blown. Funded accounts, I passed 3 funded accounts. The activation fee is $150 plus the $50 for the account. That's $200 gone. That's $600 gone down the drain, and I've probably failed close to 10 accounts. So that's like $500. That's over $1,000 in just accounts plus the mentorship. It's basically $5,000 of my money. Now, yeah, pretty much I am broke. So I'm trying to save you guys so much time and effort, and money, the big piece. You cannot buy an account without money. You cannot activate the account without money. So money will buy you freedom to, eventually pass an account and get a payout. So there we go. Do your due diligence. Spend 3 months becoming profitable on demo. Please, for the love of God. I wish I did this. I did end up doing it. I ended up trading on demo for a while, but not as long as I should have, and I wasn't doing the right things back then that I thought I was doing. Obviously, we've grown a lot from that, so I can, thank God for, letting me grow past those stages that I never thought I would get out of. Just know, whatever stage you are in right now in trading, you will get out of it, you will learn more, and you will break through what you are in right now. Okay, I promise you that. Keep pushing, keep putting the effort, the grind in every single day. Boom. Step 6, backtesting sessions multiple times a week, if not every single day. When I first started trading, I didn't know what backtesting was. I was watching videos, taking notes, this and that, boom, boom, boom. Slowly and surely, you start to learn more things about how you can practice your skills on the charts. The greatest thing that ever happened to me was discovering FX Replay. Okay, It's a backtesting site. You guys need to be on there day and night. Obviously, um, you know, backtesting on a backtesting site, it does correlate to some extent, but not fully. As you can see, these markets are live. These candlesticks are moving up and down, um, with obviously a timer. FX Replay does not. I don't know about any other backtesting websites, but candles just appear. There's no pressure building. There's no let's go, let's do this. We gotta buy in right now. We gotta sell right now. You can sit there, think about it, and wait whether you want to buy or sell. Okay, that's not gonna happen in the real markets. So that's another thing that I was not prepared for. That I really need you guys to prepare for. And that's something you will prepare for. Demo trading. Okay, this is why demo trading was so important. Backtesting can only help you so much for your strategy. Okay, real-time entries will be brought upon while you demo trade, but backtesting will get you the strategy, the fortification that you need to build confidence in these markets, to say I'm going to enter here and I really feel confident that this is going to hit, that this is going to go and take my profit. Okay, boom. So multiple backtesting sessions a week, an hour or two. Anytime past like 2 hours, I tend to cut it off. More is not better. Less is better in the scenario. The more and longer that you keep backtesting, your mind is going to get fried. All these charts, all this thinking, the money flying around. 1 to 2 hours a day is good. Okay. Once you start doing it for too long in one seated period, your mind's fried. You can't sit there and think for that long. At least you can't be as sharp as you were when you first started. So I'd rather take the quality over the quantity of time that I'm doing. Another thing that I wish I did more. I got really burnt out back testing. Sometimes I would do for 5 hours a day. Sometimes I would feel so oh my gosh, like I did it for so long. I don't even want to do it anymore. Staying steady with this is going to help you so much more in the long run than trying to get it all crammed and done in one day. Okay, so separate your time. Do your 1 to 2 hours a day, and keep it pushing. Okay, fellas. So that's one more thing. Number 7, make these daily/weekly habits to see improvement in your skills. What I mean by this, again, a psychology book that I'm reading right now, Atomic Habits, talks a lot about making your daily tasks into habits. Make them into your daily habits. Form it into your schedule as a person, as a human being. When you wake up, I'm gonna backtest for 2 hours today. I'm gonna go to the gym for 2 hours today. I'm gonna eat my meals. I'm gonna eat my protein today. Once they become habits, after that, you're gonna slowly master this stuff. It's gonna become like clockwork. You're not even gonna be like, you won't even think about it. It's gonna become your comfort zone. Having your schedule and working and improving your skills every single day. It's gonna become your food, your fuel. It's gonna fuel you to keep growing every single day, 1% better every single day of the year. Okay. Obviously, things are gonna come up in life and things are gonna happen. But you do have to do what you have to do. If you need a break at some point, I really encourage you that you guys do take a break. I'm not gonna sit here and say be a hard ass, be strong throughout the whole thing. You can take a break, okay? I took a break like last week from trading entirely. I maybe looked at the charts one time last week, and that's okay. Sometimes people you're going through stuff and you need a break. That's perfectly fine. Step 8, passing a 50K funded account. Like I said, after all of this research and due diligence is done, fellas, you can now, there's so many platforms you can buy a 50K funded account on. The example I used was TopStep because that is what I use currently right now. $50 for the funded and then $150 for the activation. All in $200, and you can make thousands of dollars in return from your initial $200 investment. Obviously, you can pass the funded and then pay the $150 activation fee and lose $200 just like that. But we are growing and expanding our minds to keep growing from these mistakes that I am making. And that's the whole point of this game. You're not going to win them every day, every week, every month. You're going to have bad days and bad weeks, okay? So it's all about how you bounce back and how you end, for example, the month or the quarter of the year or the halfway through the year. It's really a long-term game with trading. So whenever you lose, in the day, and the one single day, do not revenge trade. Do not feel the need to clap back at these markets, because they will clap back even harder than you could have ever imagined. Okay? So stop revenge trading. If you lose a trade, and there will be options to re-enter somewhere, but I have mastered this to some extent now. I feel the need to say that. I have taken trades where you will lose, right? It's not about me getting pissed off. Damn, I don't know why I lost that. Blah, blah, blah. My mind doesn't get flustered. I stay calm. I stay composed, and I wait, because I know this draw is going to get taken out at some point in this day. I'm just waiting for the perfect opportunity to re-enter again and make my profit back and make even more on the day. Putting me in the green, okay? Biggest thing. That's step 9. First payout. Your boy, me personally, I am on step 8. Oh crap. Hold on, just done. I am on step 8 of this process. Past funded account, I have yet to get my first payout. The first payout will feel like no other, feeling in the world. I can already imagine what this must feel like. All of this hard work, this year and a half spent on this, I've made this my life's work to make this happen, to make this work. The payout is, something that you feel that you are worthy of. You will feel worthy of the payout once you've realized that you've put in all of this work and hard work into this. And you will get the payout. You will get the payout in the end if you do not give up, and you won't quit on this journey, this obsession that you guys have with this, just like I do. This all comes with, who you are as a person. How bad do you want it? How bad do you really want this dream that you say that you want? How bad? How bad do you guys want it? First payout coming soon, hopefully. I've prayed for this moment since I first started. Hopefully you guys are too. But with that being said, guys, screenshot this. Keep this all in mind. If you guys ever need to come back to this video, click on it, rewatch it, explain some of these points. But this is what I would do if I was starting out as a complete beginner trading. So yeah, fellas, completely raw video done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment. Love you guys so much for all the support. That's gonna be it, fellas. Peace out, boys and girls.